But without further ado, Prathisha Singh, ladies and gentlemen, I wish we could have
a standing ovation.
Standing ovation. How are you?
Good, and you? Thank you for having me back.
Good, good. So, girl, I know you're very active, and you know what? Just imagine me standing. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, so we're going to get standing just for 2 minutes, and we're going to get going for the morning, right?
Yeah.
So, we're going to start with the bounce that we did last week, because that's my favorite, so that's like my character bounce.
It actually gives me a chance to dance on,
in your chair, right?
Yeah.
So, we got our bounce going. We're going to shake off our negativity. And everybody join me.
Shake it.
Shake off our negativity.
Shake.
Okay. Then we're going to do a bit of an energy crossover. So your energy will generally go from left to right.
Okay.
When stuff happens in the day, they kind of become lateral. So we want to get it back left to right. So we're going to hold onto your left shoulder, and you're going to drag it across to your right hip. And the other way, and you're going to drag it across. You can do this sitting down.
Yeah.
And you're going to drag it across. Just a couple of times. And then we're going to do a cross crawl, okay? So this one is a standing up one, ladies. So we're going to go opposite knee, opposite hand, okay? Cross crawl. We're just getting those energies going in the body. Oh, I love the energy here.
And a lot of people in studio are actually doing this.
Yeah, it's
just that
epic.
you can't see them.
Okay, so now that we're all alert, awake, and alive.
Yeah, we are.
We are, right? So let's get to the serious stuff.
Yeah.
So today we're talking about Albert Einstein, the genius, said, the most important question a person could ask themselves is this a friendly universe?
Ooh.
So, Sai, do you think, is this a friendly universe?
Of course.
So how do you feel when you think it's a friendly universe?
You feel safe, you feel good.
You're protected, right?
Yeah.
And you're more confident because you know the universe got your back.
It's true.
Right? As opposed to the other way where we believe that the world is out to get us.
Yeah.
Can you see the difference in that two sorts of perspectives?
Of course, of course.
Right? So we're talking about the happier one because, of course, we want to feel inner peace and well-being and all those good things.
Of course.
So, of course, we want to feel protected. So, when life doesn't go your way, a lot of the time we tend to go, oh my God, it's the end of the world. It didn't go as planned.
Yeah.
And we go into that sort of thinking, right?
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Sure.
So, I'm going to tell you a little story because I love telling you stories.
Yes, and I love your stories too.
So, there was a farmer, and he had these gorgeous horses, and he had a son who was the apple of his eye. And the community, it was a farming community, so everybody is in everybody's business.
Of course.
Right? You know how that goes. So the one day, the farmer's stallion, the gorgeous white stallion, runs away. And the whole community goes, oh my God, that is the worst news ever. The farmer simply says, good news, bad news, who knows? A week later, the horse comes back. His precious apple of his eye son rides the horse. He falls off the horse and breaks his leg. The community goes, oh no. The farmer goes, good news, bad news, who knows? A week later now, the son has a broken leg. A week later, a war breaks out. They come to get all the hale, hearty, strong men to fight in this war, right? But they can't take the son because the son has a broken leg. The community goes, oh, thank God you're helping this farmer. And the farmer simply goes, good news, bad news, who knows? And you know the story goes on and on and on, and that's kind of like life, right?
Yeah.
So when something happens, we can only see about a week ahead or 2 weeks ahead. We don't know what the next thing coming up is going to be.
Yeah.
So sometimes when we don't get the job we want, I invite you to not think it's the end of the world. What if there's a better job out there?
Yeah.
Right? Or if the relationship is in tatters, what do you do? Maybe there's a lesson to be learned there. So that's one of my exercises that I invite you to do is when stuff doesn't go your way.
Yeah.
Just simply think, you know what? Good news, bad news, who knows? And let's have a little faith. How's that sound?
Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
Right? Would you try that the next time?
Actually, I do it all the time. When I don't get a gig, guys, I don't get gigs sometimes. And then
How
I'm
dare
like,
they?
no, but I get a better gig. If I don't get this thing that I'm looking for, then I know that something else which is going to be coming through is going to be even better. That's how I live my life. I'm sure that's how people should be living their lives anyways.
Well, it's a much more comforting way to live your life,
Yeah.
right? Don't you think? And all it requires is a bit of change in perspective.
Of course.
But so there's two ways we can go about doing this when stuff doesn't go our way. The first one is you can ask yourself, what is the lesson or the gift in the situation? Because there literally is a lesson and a gift in every situation.
Okay.
The other thing you can do is ask yourself, well, is there a higher purpose for this happening? You know, is this happening for a higher purpose?
Yeah.
Because sometimes, say we're late, it can be simple things. The traffic delays us 10 minutes, and then 5 minutes later, there's an accident on that road.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. So I invite you to do that, and I want to leave you with a beautiful quote by Maya Angelou.
Okay.
And she says, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. But just don't complain. How's that?
Well, I love that. Well, thank you very much for coming through. And I always love the fact that you always get me up in the morning, because with all these exercises, I'm telling you, I'm awake, 100%.
Without the coffee, right?
Without the coffee. Thank you very much for coming through. Folks, after the break, we're going to be speaking to Sandy for Cupcakes of Hope. Do not miss out.